you're witnessing in your sector, perhaps with a 10-year horizon? We are in June 25, say between now to 2035. What kind of emerging trends do you think will take hold over the next 10 years?
You know, it's we follow usually what the customers look for or what are the trends, but we can create also the trends ourselves. So how do we drive this? So we think really when we design our projects, when we design our units, being it apartments or townhouses or villas or whatever, like commercial areas, we think about the project like what will it be in 10 years from now. And again, I would like to stress that we shifted from the ordinary market demand of small units, etc. And when we designed our projects and our units, we didn't design small. No, we thought about the end user. And again, it's all about the human being. So we didn't provide those studios of 25 square meters, which are like more of hotel room than studio. So when you look at the demand, and when you put into consideration who is your customer and who you want to focus on, and again, when we focus on communities, we focus more on families. So we are catering more for families, not only now, but like in the coming 10 years.
I'm conscious of time, ladies and gentlemen, but Mr. Heather, I will briefly, very briefly, your comment on some of the emerging trends that we may see, and then I'll request all of you to offer some closing statements. But first, your perspective on emerging trends.
You set the trend. You set the trend by creating uniquely master plan communities where infrastructure is embedded in this plan. Today, people are looking for places to live in where comfort is important, cost effectiveness is important, mobility is important, and comfort is important. So you set the trend for what your community needs. We are driven by what creates value for Abu Dhabi. This is the trend that I believe people should be focusing on.
Sure. And as we bring things to a close, very briefly, I will continue with it and then go on to fellow panelists with that. But the same, Mr. Abdushi could not join us, but perhaps you will give us some perspective on the role of governments, very briefly, in concentrating hearts and minds, especially by PPP schemes.
I can speak from personal experience for the last 20 plus years in Abu Dhabi. The collaboration that private developers and the support that the private developers have gained from collaborative process with the government has been magnificent. I can speak from personal experience. 20 years ago, we were trying to see where the vision would take us. Now it's clear. Regulations are being updated. I lived through this personal experience. We pushed the envelope on some building codes with the government, with the municipality. They took them, they adopted some, and some they didn't. This is where the collaboration is. The office is open, we have an issue, we can pick up the phone and call, and things will be addressed. Maybe not fast enough, but will be addressed.
Your perspective, please. You mentioned how crucial government partnerships are earlier in your remarks, but your closing thoughts, please, very briefly.
As Munir once said, there's always someone to hear us when we have challenges. And
remarks, please. What do you think of PPPs?
Yes, thank you. This partnership, global infrastructure partnership, must go beyond the financing and grow. It should include, inclusivity and innovation, technology, shared value, value added. This is the fact. And today, future of infrastructure is not only what we build, it's also how we build.
Mr. Ravali, please bring proceedings to a close on the role of governments when it comes to infrastructure.
I do believe the government sets the North Star by setting the right policy, the right master planning, as well as the right roadmap, right? To guide investors like the gentleman here into what is required here, what sort of investment, what sort of technology we should deploy. And that, for me, is the most important role of the government. If there is no clear policy and direction, then we'll have a chaotic offering in the market, right? Because we like it or not, business is for making business. We are not necessarily 100% aligned with the government vision because we would like to maximize our retail. But guiding us on where we can maximize our retail, that's exactly the role of the government. Setting the right regulations, policy, and roadmap, master planning is what we expect from the government. And I think this is what Abu Dhabi is unique about. And today's forum is an example of this, where the private investors are invited to share their views, to communicate their demands, to list their wish list, if I may say, and that's what we would see and expect as well from the government.
Thank you so much, and my sincere thanks, a round of applause for our eminent panelists.